on the building. It's raining. It's pouring rain yesterday.
Yeah.
And they'd be standing there, and like you know, you get the splash park, and there's like that bucket that fills up, and then just
finally
tips over. Yeah, and like that was happening yesterday on the roof, and like in like the randomest spots, and like they were just certain ones of them got absolutely soaked, and like one guy was like sitting like working the little excavator, and he had like the door open, and it just splashed all over him. Like,
There's some cold water up there.
My truck.
Yeah. It's good to finally see some progress, though.
Yeah, for sure.
They were laying out the plumbing today.
It's looking so good now.
Yeah.
It was discouraging seeing the same thing every day for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Now actually seeing some stuff.
Now we got some stuff happening.
It's coming along.
One or two things.
Nice.
No longer in a 750 square foot little cabin.
It's called hell.
It's called hell. In retail, we call it. No fun.
Cabin in the woods.
Oh, so
How are you this week,
how are you?
friends?
Are we on?
The internet is capturing us.
It's live. It's happening.
Are we gonna get stuck again? Are we gonna get trapped?
I mean,
There's a version of us still out there.
indefinitely.
Still in the ether somewhere on the cloud.
We got anything coming up? Is there anything? There's no events or anything coming up, are there?
The eclipse.
The what?
We're hosting the eclipse.
What's that?
So we've controlled the moon
Oh.
to go in front of the sun and make it dark.
It was a vehicle that came out a little bit ago.
The eclipse.
Is that what's on the dark side
Yeah.
of the moon
Yep.
over there? All the engines and rockets and stuff?
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
So it's Monday, right? The 8th?
Yeah.
That is
If you can
correct.
believe what they say.
Yeah, right.
We'll see what happens.
The moon is flat. So. Have you seen the moon is round ever? I have seen a 2D version of the moon my entire life.
What about the cheese portion of it?
Yeah, how much of the cheese have we eaten?
Yeah.
Will there be any left for our kids?
Probably not.
I hope so.
What was the Gromit say?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. This is my first time on stream. I've never.
Storm preservation. Good,
You know how not to keep something stale and fresh?
These aren't preservation because this conversation ends it.
Put our conversation right in that bag.
Right in the
Oh my
micro
gosh.
environment.
By the microphone.
You know, we tried, and hey,
It's over.
it's all right. It's okay.
Well, we'll see you next Thursday.
All right,
See you next Thursday.
See ya.
Good night.
Right in the middle of the ad read.
You know what? In good news, we got a new American flag up.
We did.
Yeah, we
Oh shit.
we
Old
have
Glory
been
was a little
lacking.
busted
Sure.
up there. We finally had a you know.
Just
You know,
sounded
like
funny.
if somebody says something, that takes a little bit of courage to like
Hey, your
call
flag
a business
sucks.
out. Yeah, like so you know, if somebody said it, there'd been a bunch of people thinking it. I know you
Yeah.
brought it up too,
Yeah.
and it was like,
Which in the comments, we know you're watching. If you know anyone that can get rid of tattered American flags, Boy Scout troops, or anything like that, someone needs.
I mean,
yeah,
he could have
someone
been
needs
a
to
real
get
homie.
a. What is the Boy Scout gets a merit badge? Is there a?
there
is
might
a
be something.
disposition
There was
of a-
nothing. There was nothing we ever did. There was like a
No.
ceremony you do or whatever, and you try to do it
Wasn't sure if
you
something we
know,
could hook someone up.
In
with.
accordance with
solemnly and
the
yeah,
flag code.
yeah.
Too bad there's like that
There might
one
be, though.
that one little camp troop area right on Union, right before you get into Ogden.
Mhm, mhm.
So there's no like you can drop cans off.
Oh, sure, a
Drop
flag
it,
drop
drop
off.
your
Some
flag.
places have had that, but yeah, we've got that's an 8x12. It's kind of deceiving up there. You know, you think it's just like a 3x5 or a 4x6, but that's a
It's
good
large.
size
Or
flag.
any
yeah.
other dimensions that
They're
are
like
looking
$300. But yeah, got a new one up there. It's looking sharp.
Yes, if we know anyone.
Did you have to climb up there? Go to arms preservation or arms preservation? Climb up there? Go to Beyond Driven?
Yeah. I just
Get that arm strength up to climb up the flagpole?
like in Mulan. I took those two
Let's get down to
business
Excellent.
and defeat.
My fault. My fault.
Shit.
Can you say that? Is that okay to say?
Uh,
I don't know what's okay to say anymore.
Yeah, no.
The H word?
But it did help
Hydrogen.
Yes.
going to Beyond Driven to be able to climb that pole. I would not have been able to do it.
But because you went to the
Say-
best gym in Genesee
Physically
County,
fit, clearly. Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Over there on West Main Street in Leroy.
But you have experience at your Saturday job. The barrel?
It's similar climbing the pole. Yeah. There's a guy, isn't that? Why haven't you told me yet? Why have you kept this from me?
And he's out.
All right.
Finally.
Speaking of the eclipse, what did we decide?
We will not be open on Monday. So
Yeah.
enjoy your families, enjoy your excellent drive times,
And
and
3 minutes
probably
of
not-
darkness.
Yeah.
I'll be out there with my nods.
Get your 3D glasses on, and
Right.
Well, no, during the darkness.
if you go into a dark room and just turn the lights off and on real quick, you get the same idea.
I'm just excited to have my chickens
Yeah, you were saying about
experience
your
it.
chickens.
Yeah, like they're gonna come out and then it's gonna start getting dark. And they're gonna go back in, and then it's gonna get light again. They're gonna come back out.
What was
Like,
that?
to them, like a whole day has passed.
What was that one
Like,
SpongeBob episode with Pedro's like,
so many snacks in this room. There's so many smells.
There's a lot. This is a stinky room. We cannot let our new live stream studio get like this.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
I
we
think
need
you
to,
need the testosterone.
bring one of those little candle wax things in here.
Yeah, the one in the shop.
Why would we?
A candle. You mean what these use for the light?
No, those new ones where there's like 40 steps and then it melts the wax.
I see.
Why would you?
Can you imagine having to make like your light like, oh shit, summer's ending. We gotta make candle like
Oh no!
getting the whole family making candles for a month. That would suck.
Get all the pigs fat. Let's
Go
Yeah,
render. Let's
start
go
rendering.
rendering.
I bet your kids were never like, I'm bored.
Yeah, right.
Never once.
But I want to play Minecraft. Bitch, go to the mine.
Look at all those people
I wanna-
living in the moment.
I want to play stick
Making
drift.
candles.
On a cell phone. So.
Yeah.
Play Roblox with me.
I mean, you can do that now. Just go live with like the
The
Mennonites and the Amish.
1600s. Go play Roblox.
It was just.
It would be fun to
blocks.
do that for a day. Or it'd be fun to do that for like a week. Like, what culty stuff are they into? If we have any Amish people watching, I'm sorry, I don't mean it's not
Yeah.
like culture. But
Also,
I'm sure that they are.
how'd you get away with that?
The Amish are real big on live
do you
stream.
think they're like culty?
They're big on podcasts.
Yeah, they love
What's that?
Do you think they have like cult? Like, do you think they're culty? They have like some weird religion. Moloch the
like
owl god.
Christianity, you mean?
Are they Christian?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
like nominally. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Like, I'm half joking, but like, I'm
Yeah,
kind of.
they're Christian.
They're definitely
They're
it's
Christian.
definitely a division of Christianity. for
So they don't
sure.
like worship anything weird. Like,
They haven't got any updates.
Like
since,
Jesus?
Like the
No.
1400s.
Like, yeah, just Jesus.
I would say that's relatively normal, but like
Right.
Moloch, they're not.
No.
There's no owl gods or anything.
No, they're not like
No.
doing human sacrifice.
Okay.
Shoot,
that I know. I've never been.
reach out to them on Facebook and ask the Facebook group.
It's very like
Are there Amish on Facebook?
structured in the sense that like there's a church leadership and like there's a bishop or like a council, and like if they don't want like they don't want you to wear buttons, like you're not gonna wear buttons, or like if you're not gonna you don't like you wear that's not that's a bad example because they love buttons, but like zippers, like
They love buttons.
They fucking love them.
Get off on
Like zippers, you're not gonna, or like the ones that helped us build the original fire engine, like they had a phone, they had a house.
What
They,
were they?
yes, like a
They had a
land-
phone.
they
Were
had
they
a land.
Amish or Mennonite?
They were Mennonite.
So that's different.
It is.
They're like
They
a
had
little
a
monster.
like house phone like corded on the wall,
Yeah.
and it was for like business. You didn't like call your friend and like, hey, you want to come over and play? Like that was you didn't
Well,
do
if
that.
that was a
And, like,
business,
They
they
just
had-
sent doves.
And
dude.
like they had a refrigerator and they had
Pigeons.
like lights, and that was it. They didn't have like a television or a radio. They didn't have any of that kind of stuff.
It's,
they had-
I respect it. It's
They had
cool.
air tools though, so that's like all that's open to like there's different like old order will have like none of that kind of stuff. It'll be very
I mean,
the Amish are way more strict.
some of them will have like internet.
Oh, the Amish
in
are
the
more
shop.
strict than the Mennonites.
Mhm.
Like it's not in the house, but they might have internet at the shop.
At the
Yeah,
shop.
yeah.
That makes sense.
The Mennonites will have electricity, but just for like a refrigerator and lights.
Right.
But the Amish will have nothing.
Yeah,
The candles.
that's wild.
Do they live like the movie The Village? Because that's kind of how I picture it. You haven't seen The Village? M. Night Shyamalan?
Who?
M. Night? Shyamalan?
Shyamalan?
Shyamalan. Have you watched The Village?
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
It's fine.
I see.
It's
dead
the
people.
worst horror movie ever.
Yeah,
I mean,
his movies are all kind of the same. I don't know. They're-
I thought it was pretty good. I saw it at like 12, so
Oh,
it scared me.
explains a lot.
Science too. That scared me the first time.
Science.
You see the aliens.
like,
Oh,
science.
like science
Yes.
scared me.
If you think about it. it's
E equals
fucking-
MC squared. Ah! You know what I've been binging a lot lately? The Firing Pin YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's been popping off a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
The shorts.
Wow,
I hear the shorts are pretty cool.
Yeah, the short anything by the cartoonist has been great. It's, my mom calls our editor Frego.
We should call him like Gary Larson or something.
Why?
She calls him the cartoonist though, and it's stuck, and it's the best thing ever.
I'll call that too. I'll say that too.
Sounds like a hitman name.
He-
Yes, he kills the victims and then he draws a cartoon.
I didn't know he had siblings. It was nice to see.
Yeah, very cool. It's very cool to meet
The whole
some of his
cartoonist
family.
family.
Do they all make their own comic strips? That's great. Oh, too
Wonderful.
fun. Too fun. We have comments? Are people talking to us? How do I get in here?
They don't. Nobody.
I go to, what is it? G-O.
It's definitely not the
EOR.
There's supposed to be two O's? G-O-O. G-L-E. All right.
ELO is a band.
P-O-R-N-H-A.
That's
not
no,
right.
backspace, backspace.
Why are they all purple?
Why are they all purple?
Log
You
in.
can take that on so many different, like the Google links, or
They're all.
Do I
just-
log in with
everything's
the
just
goggle?
Purple.
How do I, what's the login?
should be info.
Just tell me all of the,
FP ampersand.
buy me some time here. Come on.
So yeah. So while Grandpa's doing that,
How much does time cost?
No firing pin exists.
I
on
have
that
some
account.
articles here
Okay. Ooh.
that I would like to discuss with you guys.
We need to get like a little soundtrack back music for like ding 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 ding. ding.
Sure.
Breaking action news with Pat.
Let me see this.
So
Continue my cord.
I have to do everything.
Jesus Christ.
You leave him
So
out
the
of this.
firearm blog, they were talking about how competition shooting may be useful to those of us who carry concealed firearms. And they mentioned specifically things like IPSC and IDPA, and they don't actually make specific mention of USPSA, really, which is like whatever.
That's-
but ultimately, they do. It is becoming more like prevalent, I would say. Like more people are getting into competition type shooting, and I would say that the crossover now between competitive shooting and like what used to be considered like tactical
Sure.
guys, or like
Yeah.
right, that sort of like applicate the concealed carry application in this instance. But I think more people are like seeing like an obvious kind of crossover there, where people used to kind of like try to draw distinctions between the two
Mhm.
things. Kind of drive me a little bit crazy, honestly. But
There's a lot of, I don't know, like gaming or like a gamer mindset of some of these competitions, you know,
yes,
but it's also how you approach it, right? Like if you want to use this as a training opportunity, like there's nothing stopping you. Like, yeah, of course, if you run crazy race gear that's different maybe than what you carry, that
Right.
you know, but I think any of these shooting disciplines, like shooting is shooting. If you're
Correct.
getting out there,
Yes.
if you're getting practice, you're going to be getting better.
So that's like my argument, right? It's like shooting is shooting, right? Ultimately, like it doesn't matter like the expression of it, whether it's in competition with a timer or whether it's like in, you know, a practical application where it's like real world, life or death, whatever. I would say that like ultimately, like if you have those skills, right, that fundamentals of marksmanship and that gun handling technique and that like understanding of like this is what I can do and this is what I can't do
Mhm.
kind of thing, then and you learn how to like open up your vision. That's another thing that people don't talk about with competitive shooting is like,
Open your mind.
yeah, but more so just like not focusing so much on like that little narrow world that is your sight picture,
Mhm.
and being more able to like discern other stuff that's in your field of vision, but not necessarily what you're focused on, right? So you're focused on this, but you're still paying attention to the next target and the next target and the next target, because you can see them all in your field of vision, right? And you also can see the no shoots. And that's important too, because you have to be able to discriminate, right? So, and you have to learn how to like process a lot of visual information,
Yeah.
and you still have to keep your gun pointed in a safe direction, and like, you know,
Culmination of a lot of skills.
culmination of a lot of different skills, and it's
Yeah.
happening kind of fast right now. To your point, there is like a gaming aspect and element of like, yes, I know where all the targets are. So is it like a tactical evolution? No.
Sure.
Right.
Or, you know, there's definitely, if you want to be on the winner's podium on some of these events, like you've got to play that game of like, all right, I'm going to step off with my left foot and I've got to do a reload here. And there's I guess that's what I mean by like the gamer mindset.
Right. No, you have to be.
Which is fine.
It's rehearsed, right?
I'm not shitting on
It's
that.
very rehearsed, but yeah. So the individual stage is rehearsed, right? But then you still have to like remember the plan, execute it. You have to be fast, and a lot of people don't realize what like hit factor scoring actually is in terms of like you're being graded on points per second.
Sure. Right.
Right.
Speed and accuracy.
Right. So it's a culmination of like how fast can I be accurate enough to stay within the margin of error and be like not gaining a lot of penalties and not like running past a lot of targets, right?
Sure.
And like still remembering to do all of the other stuff that's going to help me execute the stage as close to perfect as I can. So like, yeah, there's an element of like gaming to it, but there's also a lot of like hard skills or fundamentals or application of like marksmanship that's in application, not in isolation, right?
Yeah.
So like you can go to the range over here and you can isolate the marksmanship skills, but you can't really apply them to all that other stuff with
Sure.
the movement and the
You know, you've always said too, there's a lot to be said just for having other people around watching you. There's a timer, there's that pressure, you know, I mean that
I
puts
hope
you
I don't
under
fuck this up.
a
right?
microscope.
Right.
Yeah. Joe, you got some other articles over there too. You got some new stuff that's dropped lately?
Not new-ish.
Yeah.
New-ish. So there's a company called Stealth Arms that's been doing some pretty cool 1911s, but now they're doing one called the Platypus. What's that?
Sorry.
Oh. And what do we think of as a platypus?
It's like the beaver thing, right?
Super right.
Yeah.
It's a mammal that lays eggs. That's super unique. So
Yes, bro.
So the platypus from Stealth Arms is a 2011 that takes Glock mags.
Does it have a grip safety?
It has a grip safety. No, it doesn't have a grip safety. So it's better.
Thank God.
It's automatic.
So it's like a DWS.
It's like an Atlas. It's like an Atlas that takes Glock mags.
You almost got hit, I think.
I hip hamstrung. Yes.
Why, you don't like the DWS?
No, I love the DWS.
You just insulted the DWS.
So Stealth Arms came out with the platypus. The platypus is a Glock hammer fired 1911. So they're saying, is it hot? Is it a hot GAT? So is a hot new 2024 firearm, or is it FUD crap? I guess that's kind of in the eyes of the beholder. But
If it takes Glock mags, it has to be.
for sub $2,000, you're getting another 2011 that takes Glock mags.
Yeah.
I guess it's love it or hate it.
What's that go for then? Like 18 something, 19 something?
They range. I mean, the highest version that you
I think
can
you
get.
build them out.
Yeah,
Right.
there's not one to rule them all. You can go. It
Is
says
this the one
here,
that's got like the crazy website where you can like build it?
yeah,
There's, like,
and you can do
100
you,
different
You
options.
can spend like $1,100 or $1,200.
you can do
spend
one called Perry the and
Okay,
platypus, so like the
yeah.
color scheme and stuff. So it looks like Perry the platypus. This one we didn't print it out in color because we can't afford color at the firing pin. Which
Yes, we can. You just have to use this pair
I
on
was
here.
gonna say we can afford it if you guys help us with our.
Yes, we. It's a great. we
great segue.
are releasing any day now. It's been released kind of secretly, like in Discord. I don't know if we can get a link to the TFP Discord, which is a fun community that's been around since like the pandemic, right? Like
Yes.
around 2020, we set that up.
Yep.
So Discord is, you know, like a forum or a chat room type of space. We've got different rooms for different topics, you know, and there's a lot of like lighthearted, just general topics. You know, there's one where people show off pictures of their pets, you know, like there's a lot of just community there. But then there's also people are asking about gear recommendations. Like, hey, I'm looking to do a competition. I'm looking to get a belt. You were just talking about belts the other day in there. And a lot of us like, hey, I have this. And it's like, oh, I know that guy from the store. Like I've shot next to him or,
Right.
you know, Pat will chime in. You're like, we're all in there. You know, it's not like a thing I'm in there every day all the time. Sometimes I am, but you know, we're in there often and it's a lot of fun. And that's kind of our like insiders club. That's like the inner circle of, you know, like when we're rebuilding here at the shop, I've been posting like, hey, tomorrow me and my dad are going to be here from like 10 to 2. If anybody can come out, you know, buy a pizza, have some fun with us, help us rebuild the shop. Like, you know,
You're gonna have to like let us know who you are because you're gonna be restricted to a lot of the channels because it's a gun community. We kind of have to be not restrictive, but we kind of have to monitor the flow.
Yeah,
We can't have any like
people
crazy.
share a lot more of their personal, like
Yeah.
I'm posting pictures of my kids in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
so
like,
just we're gonna ask who you are if you join. We're not opening up to everybody, I guess.
but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And we posted in there yesterday some of we're doing like an in-house Kickstarter basically for this. And we've released, I think the hoodie went up there, which the design is not finalized. Should we tell them what we're going to do? Are we going to do the frying pan?
I mean, I was at least gonna make it a sticker. We're still talking, I guess.
We're still talking about the final design, but it's going to be like a special edition, limited release. Like only the people that support this Kickstarter, like this rebuild Kickstarter, will get this hoodie. It'll be a one run and that's it. So there'll be everything from a sticker pack, right, which starts at like $25 to this hoodie, which runs you 60. And we also have a skateboard released right now, which is 125. So that's going to be a special, like custom edition skate deck with a very cool, tell them what it is on there.
I'll at least tell you it's gonna be an M107. I don't
There
want
you
to give
go.
away too much.
There you go. So it's going to have a really cool.
We're gonna have one for Freedom Weekend, but it's not gonna be the same one. So,
For those of you that don't know and don't have access to the internet, it's a Barrett.
yeah, it's a Barrett M107. Yeah, it's a big boy. It's the one Barrett Brandon carried. So the legends of the lore of Barrett Brandon.
So yeah, we're going to have a lot of other tiers and perks. From, like I said, like the sticker pack starts at $25, and that one is going to be fun for every 100 people that buy that. Once we get like 100 orders, we're going to make a special sticker. So if we get like 200, 300, 400 people that get the sticker pack,
Right.
we're going to make, again, like only those people are going to get these custom stickers, and you'll get like 3 or 4 of them, but there'll be like a special, like one of the ones we were joking about was for April Fools. We changed the name of the business to the Frying Pan. Yeah. And we did a little joke about how we're opening up, which some people said we still should.
I mean, there's always been something we
Open
should
up
have. Yeah.
a little
We've been talking
restaurant
about the
here.
frying pan for
Right.
a long time.
Long time. So we're gonna have yearly memberships available, which normally the past 5 years or so we've only done month to month memberships. We're gonna be offering like a yearly discounted membership as well as lifetime memberships. We've
Sweet.
never offered a lifetime membership.
We're not
before.
going to after this Kickstarter.
Yeah, that'll be, again, this will only be until we rebuild. This is just for getting us through that final, build phase.
The more that's donated, the better the inside can be too.
Exactly.
It
Like
frees up a lot of possibilities.
pretty much putting ourselves out there. Like we put 100% of the insurance money into the shell of this building and the range side of it. So when we open, we're really only going to have room for, we really only have the finances for like the shell of the building, basically. Like when we open, we're going to have folding tables and, pretty much what you see in the other building. So this fundraiser is really going to help us build the shop you deserve, really, the community space that local Second Amendment lovers deserve.
Yes.
Right?
I mean, it's going to grow. Like, even if we were not to do a Kickstarter, I mean, I remember when the firing pin had basically 2 shelves.
Yeah.
And when in 2020 or last year, look how it ended. So over time, we'll build it up without Kickstarters, but having people like buy some products at a little bit more extra, helping us, it's going to help get it there quicker.
Absolutely. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in there, and we're also looking for local businesses that want to sponsor a lane, sponsor a booth. We've got 7 booths in the range, and you can sponsor a booth or an organization if you want to. That'll be an option available to people where you'll get both sides of the booth. So someone standing in that booth, you'll be in, the whatever kind of booth, the barrel, I'm sure.
I can see the booth. Donna asks, do they have to go to Discord to purchase these things? That's kind of where we're the first place we've put it up.
Why don't we? I can.
I already put a Discord link in there for people to
Wow.
join.
But like just a link in general.
Can I post a link to one of the?
Sure. We're
We
With
could,
the hoodie?
we could do this hoodie and the skate deck at least.
Yeah.
we're not 100% there yet. We're still doing the back end of stuff. Soon it's going to be on our website, and of course you'll know more. Cam wants his office to have a crying corner.
Did he go over there to comment that?
Request denied, Cam. Because you can,
Cam gets
Cry-
an office.
you can cry in the bathroom, but just stop before coming to
Can
work.
did he write that on a piece of paper? Or
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think his phone can comment on here, can it?
No, it's only the camera that's messed up.
All right. If I comment, does it comment as the business? Let's see here.
Yes, it does.
John says a bake sale, car wash time. Maybe Bud girls, not Bud Light girls. So you don't want me out there? No.
Bud Light girls.
Yeah, get in them tires nice and deep, boy.
Just rubbing your belly button.
Oh my God.
Dude,
I don't know if that link will work. Try it out. That should get you to the hoodie. And it might look like you're subscribing. We used the same program we use for our subscriptions. So you kind of are subscribing for a 1 month single time subscription, and you'll get a hoodie. So you won't be charged again.
Yeah, it's a one-time.
And same with the skateboard. And then it says there's a setup fee. That's just covering shipping.
Dude, we should
So shipping's like included in what you pay. You're gonna get your hoodie or your skateboard, and it says in there. But just in case you miss it, when you buy the hoodie, you're gonna have to email us your size. There was no way for us for this process to do that, so you just have to email us. If you order a hoodie, just say what size you want it in, and we'll take care of you.
I should have done the charge fee for the open enrollment classes. That would have been smart.
We can do that.
as a one-time subscription.
We could do that, or we can do. I did it that way just
Put it
because
on
some of these are
Gearfire.
memberships. Yeah,
No, I know, but I was just thinking about like how much easier it would have been to do it.
it is a little bit
that
easier.
way.
Some of it, yeah.
It's kind of
John says we should sell bricks, like those little memorial bricks around, which we could.
grab
We
more
could,
concrete from the
we
shop.
could do that. Yeah, that would have been cool.
Still around here somewhere, I'm
Sell
sure.
pieces of rubble,
No, he means like
Right.
sell it like how Fenway Park you can buy a brick and put the brick in.
like a brick, like sidewalk with your name.
Then
on
like a
each.
Supreme brick.
Hey,
So-
speaking of the open enrollment classes, I did want to mention a couple of things. First thing, tomorrow I'm going to Bull Creek Strategic is doing a low light pistol class, so I'm going out there to train with those guys. Pretty excited about that. So I'll let you guys know how it went next week on the stream. I'm sure it'll be great though. I'm going with a guy you guys know, John. I won't say his full name here, but.
Jingleheimer?
John Jacob Jingleheimer, yeah, you know. So there's that, and then also this weekend I got a pistol match out at GCL, 6 April, which is Saturday. Pretty excited about that.
Where's the other shooting team?
Yeah, so the other shooting team guys, they did a match. What day was this? Does it say what day?
Was it 2 weekends ago? I think it was 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, sounds right. 2024 Brass Willie and Silly Goose Bug Backup Gun Invitational featured 8 stages of run and action.
You can say it here. I had to censor it for Facebook.
Yeah.
I even missed the
Run
couple,
and
which is why I
gun.
already saw it.
Action pistol competition. The Outlaw match featured an IDPA rule set with new PCSL targets. Those are kind of like USPSA targets, but they're just a little bit reduced on the edges there.
Nice.
Yeah, I like them. All competitor guns were mostly micro or subcompact iron-sighted pistols, no optics. Guns range from Glock 43s, M&Ps, snub-nose revolvers, mini mouse guns, and other small polymer pistols. Kevin won. Our buddy Kevin Bach.
I wish you could bring up the picture.
He won using a High Point C9, the one with all the Benjamin Franklin's all over it. So pretty awesome.
Which we have more of those available for sale. One of those like $2.99.
These guys did them in really cool
$2.49.
costumes too. Kevin's dressed up as Gator from the other guys.
This match was just like a fun kind of warm up to the season match with a lot of just guys that shoot a lot. Some of them take it very seriously. A lot of them are there, like you were saying, just to become better shooters and concealed carry folks. Costumes were encouraged for this one, and I thought it was cool though. I mean, they ran it as a backup gun match, You didn't know the stage beforehand.
Right.
There were no run-throughs. You had to just, here's what you're going to do. You're going to engage the targets and do this and send it. And there was no like do-overs. There was no test runs. You had one shot. Do
One
it.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Matt
Mom
Wolf.
spaghetti.
Matt Wolf came in second.
Yes.
So both the firing pin shooting team members that were
Clean
there
sweep.
were in the top, as we expect, right? But also,
Yep. Trained him myself.
Matt looks pretty cool in his Elmer Fudd costume.
Yes.
Good job, guys.
So, as we've said before, we have sponsored a shooting team. We kind of have multidisciplined, we got a lot of USPSA and the tactical games, like the action side of the house. We're working on, I would still like to have some type of tryouts, for lack of a better word, for a trap shooting team, because there are several events this summer. I think there's one in May that we're signed up to shoot for. I want to say the Finger Lakes Mercy Flight is doing a trap play target shoot.
Yeah, they're doing a fundraiser.
And I think we're doing one for both the Western New York Scout Council and the Seneca Waterways that we had on here last couple 2-3 streams ago. So there's going to be some opportunities to get out there, and I don't want to say get paid to shoot, but basically get to shoot for free, right? Like if you get to that level where you're on like our shooting team, generally we're like paying for your match fees, and if not, maybe giving you some credit towards them, or sponsoring you with ammo, and there's some perks to it. So
Membership has its privileges.
we really wanted to just put ourselves out there in the community, that these are like the diehard, the most dedicated folks, right, that are in the shooting community. And I've said it before, I think that is going to be the saving grace of the Second Amendment. If you look 20, 30, 50, 100 years into the future, I think what's going to keep it alive is the sport side of the house, is
For sure.
getting youth involved in these high school air gun and trap shooting teams, having Olympic style, biathlon and other shooting sport competitions. I think that's where we keep it relevant, keep it in the public eye. Obviously, I think the Second Amendment, preserving our strength as the citizenry, I think, is the most important part. But I think we're losing that argument. I don't know. I feel like that'll be harder to hold on to. Not that we shouldn't hold on to it too, but I think if you just look at it realistically, we got to do.
It's a harder sell, right, from a messaging perspective, because like we're so conditioned now to just like obey authorities, and like even in America, right, like we're just so used to like, well, that's what
just call the government.
That's what the government says
Yeah.
we have to do, so we're just going to do it. And
Yeah.
it's really weird to me, and it's kind of backwards. It's definitely antithetical to like how we got to where we are right now.
Mhm.
So I think it sucks. But yes, like from like the point of view of just being able to keep other people on board and engaged, and keep the culture alive, because it's the problem. And I've said it on this stream, I've said it off the stream, say it all the time. The gun culture in New York is degrading, right? It's already degraded, but
I would say gentle gun culture is degrading. There's a lot of hardcore gun people in New York, but it's very
like the
closeted.
casual, a lot of
casual.
right, a lot of
Yeah.
people are casual, and like a lot of people are, like you say, kind of closeted about it. Like you can't talk about guns at like the way you used to be able to, right? Like if you're at work and somebody asks you about guns, you're less likely to like want to talk about it because of the implications or like the potential ramifications. Like anybody could overhear.
I've like.
I'm very
So-
familiar with it. Yeah, very familiar.
So yeah, it's like I think the shooting sports aspect of it is probably how we like keep it from getting to that point, and just being able to be on board with that in any way that we can as like a gun store and a promulgator of gun culture, I think is important, right?
Did you get the day?
Yeah, I did. My
That was good.
calendar's really coming in handy. Been reading since I was 30, so
That was good. Oh man. So Joe, you gave me an article.
So I don't have any pics of the sweaters, shirts, or skateboards.
well, what the hell, Ty?
They're gonna be cool.
Yeah,
This is like we haven't officially announced this yet.
So the
So you're-
Discord and the live stream are the two. Like
You're hearing this first. Yeah, the Discord
You're in
heard
the
it
nose.
yesterday. This is like the next little teaser for it. So trust us, though, they're gonna be cool. You know us.
You know
Uh,
our brain.
This is an article from our neighbors up north. Canadian gun grab laws see massive costs before even starting. So the government wants to, I guess, seize guns
No way.
from people.
After they registered them and everything?
It's just crazy. And they've spent $42 million. I mean, are these,
It's not even a lot of money anymore.
what do you?
honestly.
How is CAD equivalent to real money?
I think it's like
Cam.
$1.11 or
Hey, Cam.
12.
What's the dollar do worth?
For what?
Sorry, that's
Canadian?
Australian. The dollar do.
You're looking.
Roughly 30 million real dollars.
Thanks. I was just
31
They're
million.
going to call it a buyback. There are.
But they didn't sell them to you.
uh,
What? Whose money are they using to buy them back?
so yeah, the Canadians, probably ours. I'm sure we
It's
sent
got to
them-
be.
yeah,
We
I'm
send
sure
them
we sent them
foreign aid.
something.
Fuckers.
So yeah, they're gonna be buying back guns. They're gonna be coming to seize them. Like there was like a voluntary turn-in period, and like who did that?
And then
You
after
know,
that,
so
they're gonna
many-
come. They're just gonna come and take them.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they're
Your
gonna
private property.
go-
Sorry, I'm so sorry for having these. Take them.
sorry.
The government's gonna do that to people. Are you fucking?
And then
serious?
we're gonna be sitting over there. How's that going? All right, let's do it. Let's try it.
Who would have?
Kathy Hochul's over there.
Who would have thought that? Hey, speaking of the government,
I love them.
they're the best.
I trust them.
Hey, Josiah, did you pull that thing up that I was talking to you about earlier? Yeah, the article.
I would also like to add that I hate how $32 million in government spending. That's nothing.
It's not that much.
It's not even that much at all.
Send it.
It hurts that is nothing now.
Yeah, I have.
I mean, it's a lot of money to me. I don't know who you're hanging out with that's telling you that $30 million is not a lot of money, but like.
But for like government spending,
I mean, we sent billions. To,
that's what I'm saying.
No,
Like,
that's fair enough.
how much
but,
are we
like,
sending to other countries?
but that's $30 million just to extort people out of their own private property. Like that's insane. That's
And they
an insane
haven't, like,
proposition.
It's like future crime stuff. They haven't done anything. They
Right.
could.
Nobody's
They
actually, but they
might.
could.
They could.
They have
might.
they have the ability.
It's the potential.
They have the potential to use
But it's
force.
to
and
keep
we
us
can't-
safe. It's to keep the Canadians safe.
I mean, can I
From-
interject? real
from
quick?
what?
Over here.
Cam, I know
Needs
you
to come
love
on
Canada.
camera.
Yeah.
If you're going to defend Canada
No,
right
I'm
now,
not
you
going
could
to
just.
defend
Okay.
Canada. I'm actually.
He's going to defend Trudeau.
No, I'm actually going to be mad about something as someone that likes history.
Okay,
So
if you're going to be mad, get over here.
Come on, this is our best boy, Cam. I don't think Cam's ever been on
So-
TV.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm just going to.
He's not on TV.
Don't
you boomer.
This is a mistake.
no, it's not a
already hate it.
mistake.
The Canadian military has a bunch of high powers. They just switched to the C-22, which is the SIG P-320, but their Canadian version. They're destroying all of the high powers.
What?
They're literally just going to take them and crush them with bulldozers.
Oh.
You're mad about single action pistols?
As a historical
He's
person,
mad about history being
All
destroyed, just like Clinton
All right.
did with the Stoner 63s.
I'll allow it.
Hey, Cam, give us a dab.
No.
Your sweater's making the camera all confused. Get out of here.
I mean, I'll leave you.
Good job, Cam.
Thanks,
Cam,
Cam.
Cam's the man.
That's our best boy.
He's gonna lock us in here one of these nights. When he
Right?
goes. Just
Lock us in here and just start a car.
not tip us over with the Terex.
That
All
was
right.
that was Cam. In case you missed it.
You were saying about the article there, Matt. What was that?
Were you able to get that pulled up? I don't see it on the. I can't see it.
I can't put it in like. In
Oh, you can't like put it on the screen. Oh, okay.
No, I could drop a link. That's it.
Okay.
Cough.
Well,
Cough sound.
Honestly, like I'm not a 100% like well versed on all the details, so I don't. Maybe we'll just skip it for now. We'll just skip it that
We'll
one.
come back to it. We'll come back to it.
It's okay.
So a very long time customer of ours, Mr. McGee, was
Uh-huh.
telling us about a Facebook post he saw.
It's been making its rounds.
Yeah, which was an open letter to Kathy Hochul. It's long. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but essentially it was just blaming New York State's governor for like all the shootings and all of like the just a crime in New York, and again, it's super long.
Wasn't this specifically
It-
about the?
yeah,
This was specifically about
The officer.
the officer in New York
shot
City
in
that
New
was
York
shot
City,
by
Yeah.
multiple offenders.
Right. Okay. But like, here's the question, I guess, that comes to my mind when you mention something like that letter. Do you think she cares? Like,
No.
do you honestly think like whatever's happening in New York City or whatever's happening in the state, like at large, right? They have the ability to like do more than what they're doing currently.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have the ability to keep more people in jail that don't need to be out of jail. They have the ability to like
Clean up the streets.
pursue like more actual criminality as opposed to like pursuing people for political reasons and things
Sure.
like that.
Sure.
They have a lot of different methods and means at their disposal to combat all of the things that are going on right now. And they haven't done it up until now.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to assume that whatever is happening right now is happening because they want it to happen. Right. So if that's the case, like you can write as many letters as you doggone
Oh
want
yeah,
to.
they don't care.
Right. And ultimately, like, so while I applaud people like that like write an open letter and like post it, and then other people that like share it, and then, you know, for all of the good that that's going to do, like, I don't know. It just seems like you're kind of barking up the wrong tree there.
Screaming into the wind.
Right. Like, what exactly do you think that is going to be, what do you hope to change, I guess?
It is crazy how much like governments can just do. California, when
Or not do.
Xi Jinping came through and they just cleaned the streets. They cleaned LA, or was it San Francisco?
Go San Francisco.
Like overnight, like no homeless problem, streets were clean. Where'd everybody go? It's crazy. They could do it for.
Just power washed them away.
Ugh.
John wants to see a new segment, Cam's Interesting Facts.
I thought this was autistic.
Why not?
Cam's our best boy.
Large Venn diagram overlap there.
I mean,
The joke is we all like being in the gun industry to the level we are. Like you get down so many rabbit
Just
holes.
a 3-hour lecture on Enfield handguards or something like
The screw that holds the butt plate and then Enfield.
the history of the NCAT butt plate, Enfield butt plate.
We get asked a lot. What's the worst rental gun we've ever had?
Chris Vector.
yeah, Chris Vector by a lot. I think
Unanimous, Chris
Yeah,
Vector.
not even-
was that thing ever not broken?
CZ Scorpion broke a lot, right? Didn't it?
Yeah, I think broke a lot. But Chris Vector. It's-
Wins
it's-
though, yeah.
I would own a
It's on-
CG Scorpion.
it's on a
Thompson,
league- it's on a league of its
like a
own.
Tommy gun. The auto ordnance Tommy guns.
Yeah.
You can never get those to run well.
The P90 had issues,
Yeah.
but it was cool enough and didn't break as much as the Vector.
Yeah.
There are definitely some of those guns that it's like, don't meet your heroes.
Yeah. Right. 100%.
Like it's-
We own it, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's cool to own it and have it from a collector's, from a Cameron perspective. But yeah, some guns just suck to shoot. Like, they're not
I mean,
cool.
Does the Vector recoil system actually work, or is it just a heavy 9mm?
No, it works. It works
Right.
for full auto though.
Yeah.
It's designed. It's designed for an open bolt system, right? The problem with that gun is that it wasn't designed to fire from a closed bolt, and the firing pin was kind of brittle. So when it's getting
You're
smacked
kind of
around like
brittle.
that, yeah.
Oh wait, no, the guns.
I'm also an elderly gentleman
Firing
at this
pin.
point,
No.
so like
It's a whole lot
Masters.
strange.
That can be-
Masters.
that can be like sort of explained.
The master's class.
It's very true.
Oh,
For sure.
we got these new products.
Don't do it.
It's a whole ass towel in here.
Can you use it in other spots?
Only in your whole ass.
Can you only use it in your ass?
I didn't bring my roof water.
We
to
bought these at
expand
the
it.
Big Rock show in Nashville, and we were like, we got what, like 30 of these? We're like, company's saved. Like, here's our future.
Hold on.
Why did you add water to it?
I didn't.
Oh my God! Look at it.
I was gonna say,
Look at the water.
he's
It
wet.
just disappeared.
I mean, I'm just accelerating the growth.
You're just wetting the towel.
Now it'll be all wet and soggy.
You don't have to do that. You can expand it.
What
I'm just trying.
what a tremendous product.
I'm just trying to make
Wow.
it better, dude. They're like $4.99. Okay,
Good.
Wow.
dude. You ever needed a shop towel? And
So
just
it's a
like,
shop
oh,
towel.
I carry one of those in my pocket. It's right here.
I mean, that is all right.
Yeah, dude, camping.
Ta-da!
What the-
Wow.
We got scammed. Call Kevin right now. Call Kevin Bach. What the fuck?
You
is
paid
this?
$5 for that paper towel? Good job. Yeah, the company is saved.
It just ripped.
It was hard for you to rip it though.
Dude, we're done for.
This is a tier. You can
That-
kickstart.
We
with
definitely bought these because we felt bad for that old guy.
it. Yeah, he was a nice man. Come support.
Wasn't
this
that
man.
nice? He saw you guys coming.
God, I'm just thinking of the poor kid in China that's gonna switch these up.
Yeah.
Like they take a shop towel, they get those blue shop towels, right? Like at Runnings or Home Depot or whatever.
They dime black.
And he's done. He wipes the oil off the ground.
Yeah.
And then he puts it
Wads
in a
that
little,
mother.
he wads it up and he puts it in like a little press.
Pill press.
Yeah. Shrink wrap.
For 16 cents a day.
Oh, to America.
Honestly, it's a good.
Honestly,
it's a good
I was
towel.
anticipating a full size like a towel.
Yeah.
Towel.
like a beach
I
towel.
was.
Yeah.
You
You got
me.
scammed, dude.
You got me very excited about what was about to happen.
This
over
is
there.
called
I pulled a whole ass towel out of my pocket.
all
you
new.
No, you didn't. You pulled a napkin.
All right, first of all, look at the side. Look at that little tiny picture. Tell me how big that is. Isn't that what you think it would be?
Yeah,
That's bullshit, dude. Get a
Dude.
microphone. Get a microphone.
Get a microphone.
Get a microscope and look at that.
I mean, that's a bulbous. dude.
Made in China. It does say 12 by 12 inches. Which
That guy has.
but get a ruler.
It's like
Get a ruler. There's no way that's 12 inches.
it definitely doesn't look like this, and I.
He has very,
Info
he has very
at
little neck.
That's a bulbous guy. He's got muscles. He goes to Beyond Driven for sure.
This is called the Lil Load.
The Lil Load.
Oh Lord.
Of course, it is.
Info at LILOAD.
Your company needs shitters. I'm telling you. Darnell always says that. I love
Give
it.
me the other tag.
That's
Oh,
wild.
you want my little load?
You want his little load over there?
Not a full size load, just a little load.
Y'all,
Light load towel.
y'all are wild.
Dude.
Super absorbent. Multi-purpose.
My wife's
washable.
probably watching. She doesn't need to compare me. It's not nice.
I gotta make sure
There's
nobody misses
18
my
people
wife.
there.
All 4 pixels of this dude are fucking jacked.
All
four.
All 4 of those pictures are defined.
He's a 4 out of 4.
We actually got an actual question.
No way.
We
feel
actually
like
had a
we should-
few.
People want to talk to
Mike
us?
asked, "Is there any use for a break or a comp on a pistol caliber carbine?
Yeah, man.
I just want something other than a thread protector, and I get there's not enough gas on a blowback."
So comps don't really do anything about the gas on the action. It does more about like where the oxygenation is happening when the bullet is leaving.
I was gonna say he should come down and rent our little SIG MPX rental we have because that has a big old brake
Fuck out of here.
and see how much recoil that has. It's not much.
Yeah, they're great. I recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, a brake is cool on a PCC. I wouldn't necessarily recommend a compensator, but I think a muzzle brake would be cool. Some sort of like two chamber brake would be my recommendation, or maybe like a linear comp. I don't know. I think linear compensators are kind of cool because they kind of direct.
Definitely one of
everything, like,
those.
forward.
It's proportional. So, like, you're going to get a, say, 10% reduction in muzzle rise or whatever you're trying to achieve.
There will be a
One of those-
concurrent increase in noise with
So,
the
like,
brake.
Yeah, you're shooting a 308. You cut a 308 back 10 or 15%. That's whatever number. And like, okay, yeah, you're shooting 9mm. You cut that back 10 or 15%. Do you notice it as much? No, but it's still there. It is still a noticeable, difference. And
Yeah.
it looks
Like the MPX is like a 4-chamber brake. It's
Yeah.
significant.
it's doing something.
I've started carrying a comp on my everyday carry gun and shooting pistols with comps. And I'm loving it.
I think that makes a big difference on a handgun.
Super
Yeah, with the
nice.
handgun, it's definitely a different proportional.
Yeah.
I guess it probably depends on the PCC too. You put one on like a just right carbine. I don't know if because of the weight of one of those. If
They're
you
already-
notice
it's already
it
kind
as
of a heavy
much.
gun,
Yeah,
yeah.
Cool. What else we got tonight?
It's Freedom Weekend, dude.
Don't put a
Yeah.
brake on a
Cool.
Vector because it'll definitely.
Oh, hey!
Freedom who?
Before we talk about Freedom Weekend, we'll talk about that because it's in the future. But next week, I want you guys to help me come up with an idea. We're going to be giving away next week a slot in one of the first line defense pistol classes.
Ooh, okay.
So probably the one for 27 April. I want to give away a slot for that next week, but I haven't come up with any cool ideas for how we can do that.
So stay tuned.
So
Stay tuned for
next
that.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday is going to be what, the 11th.
And we'll give it
Thursday's
away
the
that
11th.
night.
We'll give it away that night. I don't know exactly what we're going to do. But for those of you guys who want to come out and do some training on 27 April out in Wyoming County, it's going to be a really good pistol class, first one of the year. So yeah, we'll give away a slot in that next weekend.
I'm super happy our viewers can't smell because Brandon, that burp smelled awful.
I'm so
And
sorry.
I hate you for it. That's all.
What makes you feel any better? I'm on this side of it, so I didn't.
your mouth was open when you did it.
So this freedom, what's it? What were you saying?
Freedom weekend.
Freedom Fest.
You almost, I almost got you.
Freedom
Weekend, the
2020.
original.
The original
Weekend
of freedom.
Freedom Weekend. Yeah, it's not just a one-day thing. It's a weekend.
It's both.
2 days.
Both days.
There's the main day and there's a media day.
It is the media day, I'm telling you.
It's sure. Yeah, it is.
What do you say,
You got it. You got it, little guy.
The media will be there in force.
Yeah. This is going to be our 10th Freedom Weekend.
I feel so old.
That's
now.
in freaking insane.
I feel old.
June 8th and 9th, right here.
Right now.
We're going to make it happen. We will have music. We will have food. We're going to do, you're going to hear this here first. We're going to give away 20 guns. We're going to give away 20 guns.
2 guns for every year we've been doing it.
Free. Right?
Put it that
So
way.
we're going to do a
Isn't
gun
that-
an hour. Freedom Weekend basically runs for like 10 hours each day on Saturday and Sunday. We're going to give away a gun an hour. You just got to
Be there.
show up. Yeah, you just got to show up and put your ticket in when we tell you to. So we're going to do a pretty cool thing for our vendors and our sponsors and our various partners that are there. So, say Freedom Weekend starts. It's going to start right at 9 a.m. We'll announce and we'll have this published on a board from 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. You've got to visit, or we'll just pick on, say, like Rafa, right? So you got to go to Rafa's booth at Freedom Weekend between 9 and 10, talk to them, listen to their spiel, just engage with them in some way. And you fill out a ticket and you put it in the box at their booth. And then at 10, everybody who did that, we're going to pull your ticket out, and whoever win, they're going to win a gun. And then, okay, the next booth is going to be RPO. Go over to Rochester Precision Optics, see if you can get yourself a job, right? Talk to Colin, see what's going on over there. So we're going to do like this round robin, visiting these different stations throughout both days.
Sweet.
And every hour you're going to get a chance. So if you stay all day Freedom Weekend and participate both days, you have 20 chances to win 20 different guns. Why don't you tell them about your safe idea?
Yeah, I mean, it's not mine, but it's a great idea. Oh, no, I don't want to get in trouble. So we're going to get a larger safe and put a gun, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe even 10 guns in a safe. We haven't decided on the number yet. Just watching Brandon. No. So we're just going to put guns and all their accessories into a safe and raffle it off, essentially.
It'll be a mystery.
Yeah, so you're not going to be able to open the safe. There's just going to be value of $3,000, let's just say, I'm spitballing. And it's probably going to be a couple dollars a ticket, and we'll just pull.
But you never get the combination to the safe is the catch.
Yeah.
You have to break
That's
it.
You have to do the background checks for the guns that we promise are in there. And then when you take the safe home, figure it out, nerd.
And Jeremiah, no, it is not a Liberty safe. We would not sell one of those. And it was.
Thank Christ.
We got to print out our response to Liberty.
Oh, yeah.
We were still listed as dealers of theirs. We used to sell their safes, and
Then they
years
decided
ago
they hate Liberty.
we stopped. Yeah, and then the whole fiasco with them broke out, and we were still on their email list. And one of their sales reps reached out, was like, "Hey, saw you're still on the list. Please, doing some major damage control. Yeah, please, come back and sell our saves."
We're sorry.
And I was like, "No, absolutely not. We're not gonna do business with a company like you that sells out their customers' information." I just said, "Good luck. See you later."
That guy's on.
So no, Jeremiah, it'll probably either be a Hornady or one of like the Winchester Browning style
That's
safes.
another thing we have to do.
What? Ow.
Let's talk about the safe room.
Charlie horse. Yeah. So let us know in the comments or send us an email if you would be interested in on-site secure storage here. So one thing we took away from that other range we visited in Ohio, they had a like vault room where you could rent space in a locker that was secured within their facility.
It was like a safe. It was like a Winchester safe.
Yeah, so you'll obviously be in our secure facility, and it's kind of like a safe deposit box at a bank. Like we have no jurisdiction over what goes in there. It doesn't have to come onto our books as far as the ATF is concerned. Like that is your locker within our space. You can keep ammo there, and our interpretation is you only have to do a background check on the ammo leaving the store. So you could have ammo delivered here. You could buy ammo off our
Use
shelf.
it on the range.
Store it here, yeah. Maybe you've got guns that you don't want to keep lugging back and forth between your house and the range. You leave them here if you want to.
Or you just want to hide a gun from the wife.
Yeah, if you buy a new gun, you have to have that like cooling off period where, so she can't find out about them, right? You're transferring some in and out, whatever. Or maybe you're going away on an extended vacation. We've had people get deployed to the military. So there's a lot of reasons you might want to have a gun stored here for whatever reason. That could be something we're considering offering. So let us know if that's something you would be interested in,
Yeah.
And Jeremiah, speaking of safes, he is in the market for one. Do we have any recommendations? I like those Hornaday ones, the rapid safes.
I really like this company. I think it's Rhino Safe. I just think they look super classy. Rhino metals.
I just take API bags and I bury them.
That seems totally secure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rhino. Like I think their safes look so nice.
Pretty cool.
They have these.
Will they give your combination to the government?
No, they actually put out a little thing about that.
That's great.
Well,
So-
they're already better than.
Look at this.
Having sold the Liberties and having done a lot of research on them, I don't really buy into the whole fire rating system on any of the safes. I
Having
don't.
been through a fire.
Yeah, you've been through one.
Having
we've
the
been through one.
experience.
I don't think that's really meaningful. I think if you have the ability, I think a safe room for most people would be the best option.
Right.
Having an interior room in
If
your
you can.
house, having a strong steel door on it would be your best bet. For most of us, that's not possible, obviously, right? I think Hornaday, they're rapid, like they make a rapid 12, a 24, and maybe a 36, maybe just the 24. But those are like $7.99, right? MSRP. And it's small enough, like two people could get those anywhere. You can lug them up the stairs, you can get them into an apartment, you can get them wherever they got to go. You bolt them down. They've got all the different opening options. Like they have those RFID like wristbands you can wear, like when you're sleeping. Credit card style, combination, key, whatever.
My flipper would like to see.
The Winchester and Browning safes seem pretty nice too. That's more of
Yeah.
a traditional style safe, I think.
I'm only hooked up with a Rhino. They're so expensive.
Yeah.
Dude, that Rhino executive desk with the built-in handgun safe.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
That's
pretty cool.
Like, this should be like our spray paint cabinet.
It does look sharp. And I mean,
So nice.
Liberty safes were $3, $4, $5, $6 grand. Like those certainly were not cheap. That was $3 what you just showed. Like, so
Look at this guy.
safes just suck from a like retail perspective because they're so heavy and
Yeah.
they take up so much room.
So much space.
And then everybody who buys a safe, they
Wants
need it
help
installed.
moving
right.
it.
And like that's just it's a lot. It's a lot. So that's why we love those Hornaday ones. I mean, they're like 200-300 pounds at the most. And again, you bolt them in, so it's not like you're gonna get your stuff, stolen and just a bad guy can just walk away with it.
Did I ever tell you the story about when I was helping when I worked for the other company and in Syracuse, and we were moving a Gardall 48 gun safe off of a trailer into a garage in the dead of winter.
Sounds fun.
It was snowing
Yeah.
because Syracuse,
Sure.
of course.
Yeah.
And It's a 48 gun safe. If I went back on my Instagram, there's a photo of me sitting inside of this
Wow.
800-pound.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's got to be 800 to 1,000 pounds.
This-
Yeah.
Every bit of 800 pounds, and it almost fell on my tiny little body.
Jeez.
You would have been like, what is it, like 2 people a year get killed by vending machines?
I would have been 100.
been-
Like
yeah,
there was
like-
no
There
other.
was 3 that year. Oh,
Would have been 100% dead.
that's why we got out of like selling them. Basically, was because everybody that bought one needed it installed, and I was too scared. You know, we didn't sell enough where it would make sense to get like the insurance for like employees to do it. Right? We're not a moving company. We're doing
Right.
this every day. We'd sell like 1 safe a month, right? So I'd be like, all right, well, I don't want to risk any of you guys. So I would go, and my like 70-year-old dad would go
Right.
with me. And we had we bought like a $5,000 like safe moving machine, so you can go like up and down stairs
Like
with
a
it.
dolly that actually
Which-
climbs.
Oh, the
stairs,
thing! I mean, we kept it.
essentially.
I've used that thing so many times. Like, our fridge died at the house, and I replaced it myself. Like with that thing, like
Right.
I love that thing. I'll never get rid of it. But we were in some sketchy.
Yeah.
Like you would get into a stairwell, and it's like, okay, if one of us like slips or loses our grip, like you're talking 1,200 pounds. Like you're not just talking about spraining an ankle. You're gonna crush those bones and never walk
Dust.
again. And I'm doing this for a $300 delivery fee, you know, like because the guy said he wanted it in the garage, and now the garage is in the basement of the house somehow, like
Right.
3 flights of stairs. Like
Yeah. No,
uh,
it gets wild, man, when you're trying to do this stuff.
most you call a moving company, a lot of them will tell you $1 a pound. And that was like pre-COVID. That was like a few years ago.
Really?
So it's probably more like $1.50. Like, yeah, if you've got a 1,000-pound object, it's gonna be $1,500 to move it. We were charging like a couple hundred. Like,
Well, but
it's just hard.
But that's why they're professionals too, because
Oh,
like
100%.
they're
Yeah.
gonna have all the equipment. They're gonna have a couple, 2, 3 big strong dudes that this is what they do every day, and they're gonna come in and they're gonna move the shit, and they're probably not gonna scuff anything up too bad.
It's just like 3 dudes on a crank. Just I got you, bro.
We're safe.
They get those arm strap things like you get for the fridge. The bones are just
Your bow's
oh
bow.
my god. So Freedom Weekend. To recap,
Jesus.
I don't know how we got to where we are now, but I think we started with Freedom Weekend.
Oh, yeah.
June 8th and 9th.
The safe word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
June 8th and 9th. We do have a ton of sponsors like Rochester Precision Optics, right? Can we name off some of our other
RPO.
sponsors?
API.
Gregory's.
Yeah. Gregory's. The
Yep.
Hive Boutique in Rochester.
Rafa's gonna be here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gonna be hanging
Rafa
out
will
with
be here.
us.
EOTech.
EOTech.
EOTech sponsored Freedom Weekend this year. I don't know if you know that.
Pretty
Cool. You know,
Pretty rad.
yeah, pretty cool.
Beyond Driven Fitness and Performance, obviously. API.
I like John's idea. Freedom Week. John Leach.
We need to
Next
make
Freedom Year.
We
What
need
if
to make
just did-
money. We give away too much money during
Yeah.
Freedom Weekend. Freedom Week, we're closing the shop.
Freedom Week. Yeah.
Cam, we gotta let you go, bud.
Sorry, bud.
John Leach wants Freedom Week.
Downsizing.
What's a giveaway, Cam?
I was just gonna say the same thing. Raffle off.
Dude, we'd make you a high end to be like $50 a ticket, but we're not gonna make it 20.
That would be insulting.
Yeah, 20 would be insulting, so we'll double
Someone like pays like 10 grand,
it.
brings him back like 15 minutes later though, just
Sorry, Cam.
ears bleeding.
Sorry, everybody. I'm not very good at anything.
Yes, you are. I need to know about the Enfield.
but
They just wouldn't shut up about these damn British rifles.
He loves Canada. Why does he love Canada?
It really does.
He loves. He's a Canadian reenactor.
He just kept saying
so.
cock on clothes and it ruined it.
I'd put him for the raffle, Cam. I
Oh.
think you'd do great at like washing my car and stuff. I could use my own personal Cam.
Fair
Oh
enough.
my gosh.
Fair enough.
Do we have anything else to talk about tonight?
Yeah, Chicago suing Glock over criminals' illegal modifications.
Gross. Probably
So
just-
yeah,
probably
why,
ju- probably
how
just
is that?
bragging.
How is that Glock's fault? I'm curious.
I'll be honest, I didn't read this yet. Chicago continues to rack up some L's. So they're losing. The L's mean losses. I know that Glock was like being sued because there were some switches with the Glock logo on it. And Glock doesn't even make those.
Right.
So I'm sure like full auto Glocks are being used in crime, and Chicago is just kind of suing them, not addressing any of the
I was
real
gonna say, like,
problems.
you have TikTok, right? Like,
Yeah.
because you can see a lot of
I don't.
switches on the
Do
internet.
you think Glock, to address this, could do? Remember how Colt back in the day re-engineered their lowers so that it was like harder to put M16 parts in them?
like the fencing and everything.
Do you think Glock is going to do something similar? Change up?
The new Gen 6.
I mean, you can't change a Gen 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5. They're already out there, but
I hope they
you
don't.
know,
I will
are they going to-
never buy or recommend another Glock anything in my entire life if they do that shit.
Sure.
Never.
Yeah.
Because you know why?
Being a pussy.
Because fuck them.
Don't cave to that kind of stuff.
It's
right?
not their fault, right?
Right.
Like, criminals are gonna do criminal shit. They're always gonna be criming and doing more crimes, and, right? So, like,
Criminals gonna cry.
criminals are going to crime. That is a fact. You can look at it. So
70% of that happens at night.
Yeah.
85% of statistics are made up on the spot. So
Joe commented that we should do an EOTech optic night vision shoot. So we probably will be able to.
Mhm.
We last year, was that in like June or July? When was our EOTech? We had an event out here. It was after the
it
fire.
was July. It
Yeah.
was July because it was after Freedom Week.
We did an EOTech, like, we had a factory rep come out. He had a bunch of different models. He had some thermals, and we weren't able to shoot, but we were able to, you know, point out in the field and walk around and really experience stuff.
we got a comment.
Which one? Are you going to have chicken out again?
No.
Challenge.
Glock sells
Glock
itself, which I think is an interesting point. But I think if they pissed off enough people that are in like the hard line pro 2A
sure.
community,
Yeah.
right? Plus, part of the reason why Glock sells itself, to your point, John, is because of the ability of the modularity of the system and the ability to interchange parts easily, right? And especially within like generations, like you said, 1, 2, 3, and 4,
Mhm.
right? So as soon as you start doing stuff that messes with the modularity of the system as a whole and messes with the ability of third-party companies to support your product, because that's where a lot of Glock's business comes from too, is the fact there's so much third-party support from the aftermarket.
And horse sperm.
And a lot of people are into, as
Yes.
Tyler is,
The horse cum.
their other high-protein endeavors. So
Sucrose. Is there?
What's
protein?
higher protein, lead or horse?
Probably.
gee, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think we
But
I know what you mean.
But in any
Viscosity
case, you understand where I'm
matters.
going. Like, I don't disagree with what's being said here, but what I think is, like, if they go against the Second Amendment community like that, I think that there's enough people, or we could potentially get enough people pissed off about it. And maybe John wouldn't be pissed off about it. I don't know from his
Especially-
comment if he would or not. But I for one would be pretty annoyed.
Glock is almost becoming a term like 1911, right?
In a
Like if you
sense,
think
yeah.
of Shadow Systems or
The dagger from PSA,
exactly.
or right,
Like there are a lot of
copies.
yeah. It's
I don't need you no
it's
more.
a design almost at this point. It's
Well, because the patent
right.
expired for that period of time.
How could you let
right?
that
So a
go?
lot of people started.
Oh, they have a choice, do they? It just expires after a certain,
Can't you re-up
you
it?
get a certain
How does
amount of
Disney do it?
time.
How
It's
does Disney
Glock.
do
It's
it?
not Mickey Mouse.
You're talking about
So-
copyrights, versus patents and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fucking-
Kind of the same thing, though, aren't they?
What do they teach you in these colleges you went to?
It's been a while.
It's
Taught me about
historic.
justice reform.
Glock should, I guess he wrote could, I say should. Glock should deny selling to or serving law enforcement in Chicago. And that brings up another point. I mean, that's the true reason
Based.
Glock is at that like pinnacle or on that pedestal.
Yeah, I don't
Put
think
them at.
I don't think they would necessarily ever.
And I don't know if a lot of people know how aggressive, like when Glocks were coming out, they would give departments, hey, like
They would give entire departments.
if you run a police department, if you're the chief, it's all about budget at the end of the day. And if you've got, whatever you've got, PX4 Storms, right? And you got to get a new service weapon,
for 400 officers,
whatever
in the
it is, if the Glock rep comes in and like, hey, this pistol, obviously it works. They're not bad guns by any means, but this gun clearly works, and we're going to buy your PX4 Storms for a ridiculous price through a distributor like Amchar, and you're going to get these Glocks for basically free. That's really hard, even if the next option, say a Smith & Wesson, is only $200 or $300 for your department. That's a really hard,
Well, especially if most of your guns are 5+ years old.
Sure.
And you have the chance to get all brand new guns.
ones. Right. So
Right.
Glock went like department to department, over the whole country. And it's, there is that mindset. I mean, we see the same thing with the military, like, ooh, the FN, M4 or whatever version it is like, that's what the military shoots. So that's got to be like, that's the one we should get. And there's a lot of that mindset.
To
with
your
Glock,
point, that's
too.
what I was going to say is like, as soon as you get one or two, like, top flight agencies, whatever
Mm-hmm.
those happen to be at the time, or whatever those happen to be in the minds of
Yeah.
whoever you're trying to persuade. Right?
NYPD,
LAPD,
LA,
Chicago, right? The state troopers in
Ogden.
New Jersey. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
No, but like
Shout out to our
if you can make a sale to a
Not in
big,
this house.
I mean, you gotta sell them now because you're already
Dad, you
You're
don't
already getting the hole on every one of them. You gotta don't throw good money after bad.
All of us to roll this.
Jim McGee says he's a Glock knife.
And then we responded, fun fact, it duels as an AUG bayonet.
What? The AUG?
Yeah.
Because they're Austrian. I don't know if that's why, but
Do you say AUG or AUG?
do I say AUG?
AUG, I guess it doesn't matter.
AUG
Who-
just takes too long to
I say
say.
assault weapon.
Who was it? Like the AUG was always made like the exact same way. When was that gun introduced?
1970.
77.
I was gonna say
Right?
nine.
Like it never
Autism.
changed.
See what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it's the
And then,
Celeste
like,
TG-77. It's
Who was it
the
that went to SHOT Show and convinced
it smells like neurodiversity.
AUG to like make a New York specific gun?
Was that Josiah? Yeah, we all know
This
it's
guy,
Josiah. Yeah.
Right here. Yeah. Did
For
you
a
know
while,
that?
weren't we the only ones that had them? That we were the only ones that were like selling
We
them.
still are.
We made a new
We
SKU.
still are
He
the
made
only
a new
ones.
SKU.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Kind of cool. No big deal. I don't
It's
know.
okay.
I don't know if people know that, but yeah. When was that? 2018 or
Yeah.
19?
2018.
Yeah.
No, it's 2018. Yeah. 'cause
Joe went to
It
SHOT
was
Show.
before I started working here. So
The
yeah,
year you went with Hugh.
had to be before
Yep.
19.
Yeah. You went to SHOT Show and schmoozing, rubbing elbows, right? Doing the SHOT Show stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, you were talking to the guys at Steyer and convinced them, like, hey,
They pulled me off to the side in their booth and they said, "Meet this guy." And I said, "This is a
Yeah.
Tetro guarantee." And
You like maple syrup?
there were dozens of
you
us.
bought this to
afterwards.
Mexican, yeah.
There were dozens of us.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff.
Little TFP lore for you.
No big deal.
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you?
No, they never do.
Never do. That's the Tato
It's
guarantee.
Tetro guarantee.
That's another one of those guns. Like I wish I actually liked that gun as
Whoa.
much as like my
Oh.
heart loves that gun. Like I love the AUG, but like
Yeah.
it's just not as good as I
It's-
want it to be.
I was gonna say, but why? Like,
Yeah.
I know.
Probably video games.
I know, like
Probably.
we all want to embrace bullpups because we
Yeah.
think that they're so much handier and they're so much easier to
Yeah.
maneuver and shit.
Yeah.
The weight distribution on that thing is fucked. It is all
What's
wrong.
your
The
experience?
trigger's terrible.
The trigger
Trigger's
is
not great.
real bad.
Yeah.
The ergonomics are real bad. Until they got to the A3, the optics mounting options were zero.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't care for the included optic that's on
It's
there.
always cockeyed. Why is it always
Yeah.
cocked? Every single one I've ever
Yeah.
seen, the reticle is not
Sure,
level.
If everyone's cockeyed, maybe it's you.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just that gun. Like I want to love it. Like I do love.
I want it in my
but, like,
collection.
No,
Yeah.
no doubt, it's a very prolific firearm.
Oh, 100%.
Super, super
But
cool.
when zombies are
100%.
invading, am I going to reach for it?
Zombies gonna look at me like.
But I've tried to use it. I've tried to even not even use it. I've tried to just like get used to handling it so many different times.
So Jeremiah, they make two different versions. He said it
Yeah.
would be great if it took standard mags.
Yeah, the
standard
A3
mags.
the NATO.
does.
The
Yeah.
NATO does.
The ones we got, I don't know. Did we ever get one that took AUG
the
specific
the
mags?
stags, no, we didn't.
I don't think so. We always would get the NATO
because
like
the
a regular
because the issue with that is
you know,
the finding the mag.
AR mag. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the A3s would take this,
especially like
standard
a
tank, but
oh
they're
man,
still-
like the snow camo ones. Those just look so cool. I love them.
Pretty cool.
That cool. All right, support us on our
Patreon.
no, Jesus, dude. Jesus is watching.
He is.
Yes.
He is risen.
Support
He
under
is risen
his
indeed.
eye. Support our rebuild Kickstarter. It's not actually on Kickstarter.
Because Kickstarter doesn't like us. We do.
Yeah,
guns.
they didn't approve us, so I wrote it as a kick-starter.
Kick
so
their
that should
starter.
keep us.
That's to keep the lawyers away.
Yeah, that'll be
That
good.
hyphen.
Damn it.
It's a
It's
tricky.
like garlic. to
They're just over there.
vampires.
Yeah, damn it!
He's so tricky.
How did you do this? Yup.
What was that thing you said about putting garlic everywhere except where? When you saw a vampire?
Just when I thought you were gonna zig, you went right up.
That's exactly what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. End stream. No, I didn't circumcise my son.
Oh yeah, you're a new dad.
Yeah, no big deal. Whatever.
Now the entire
Kid's 5 days old.
Does he have a job yet?
Not yet, dude. Fucking mooch.
Outta here.
Rest in peace.
We can't
Bruce.
end the stream yet. I still have all my